Okay, so today you're going to practice some more substitution. We did this together earlier this week. I am still on page 11 in your packet, but what I have done is I have taken number 4 and I have written it down on a sheet of paper here. And so remember, for this worksheet, you're supposed to do everything using the method of substitution. So for the method of substitution, first we check to see, is there a letter already solved for? And in this case, x is already solved for. So we're going to take what x is equal to, which is 4y plus 1, and we're going to substitute it into the other equation for x. So 2 parentheses. Anytime there's a coefficient out front or a minus sign out front, you have to put in parentheses. So 2 times 4y plus 1, close parenthesis, and then we copy the rest of that problem. So minus 3y equals 12. Then you solve for that letter now that we have it all in one variable. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 2, and then copy the rest of the problem. We have to combine like terms. So 8y minus 3y is 5y. Remember, when they're on the side together, you do whatever operation is between them. You only do the opposite operation when you're trying to move them to the other side. But for now, we're trying to get the like terms together. Now we're trying to move things to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, and I get 10 equals 5y. Divide both sides by 5, and I get 2. So once you know what one letter is equal to, you take that letter and you can plug it into either equation, but it makes more sense to plug it into the second one since it's already solved for x. So it's x equals 4y plus 1, but instead of y, I'm going to put 2. So 4 times 2 plus 1. So 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So the answer is 9, 2. Now, I'm going to show you how to check this. You are not required to check all of these, but I want you to know how that works. If this is the correct answer, when I plug it into both equations, it should give me a true statement. So 2x, which in this case is 9, minus 3y, which in our case is 2, had better equal 12 in order for this to be the answer. So 2 times 9 is 18, and 3 times 2 is 6. 18 minus 6 is 12. So it works for the first one. Now we have to plug it into the second one to see if it works for it as well. So it's x equals 4y plus 1. So I plug 9 in for x and 2 in for y. 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So since it works for both problems, the answer is 9, 2. So on our worksheet, we would find 9, 2 over on the side, which is PI, and down at number 4 at the bottom, we would put PI. Now, I want to do one more problem from this sheet with you. I want to do number 7 with you. So I am going to take number 7 and copied it onto this sheet. So negative 2x plus 3y equals 14, and x plus 2y equals 7. Now, what's different about number 7 is neither letter is solved for already. So we have to solve for a letter. And I want you to know you could solve for x in the first one, you could solve for y in the first one, x in the second one, or y in the second one. But the one that would be easiest to solve for is x in the second one because it has a coefficient of 1. If there's one of them that has a coefficient of 1, that is the one I suggest solving for. So I'm going to rewrite this problem. And I'm trying to get x by itself. So it adds 2y. The opposite of that would be subtracting 2y. So x equals 7 minus 2y. Once you have what one of the letters is equal to, you can take what it's equal to and substitute it into the opposite equation. You cannot substitute into the same one because we just solved for that letter. So negative 2, but instead of x, I'm going to put what x is equal to in parentheses. 7 minus 2y plus 3y equals 14. I then distribute. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Combine my like terms, so I do the operation that they have between them. 4y plus 3y is 7y. Copy everything else down. add 14 to both sides because it's negative 14. So that gives me 7y equals 28. Divide both sides by 7, and I get y equals 4. Once I know what one letter is equal to, I can plug that 4 into the first one, the second one, or the one we solved for. But it makes most sense to me to plug it into the one we solved for because that one is already solved for x. So 7 minus 2 times 4, which is 8, is negative 1. So the ordered pair is negative 1, comma 1. So on the sheet for this column, we're going to look over here to the side. Now, when I'm looking over here to the side, I do not see that answer. So that tells me that I made a mistake. And the reason that mistake I made is it says y equals 4, and I wrote 1. So I changed that to a 4. And then I look for that. Negative 1 comma 4 is right here. So number 7, RW, I would put RW down here at the bottom. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to complete this page. This is your whole assignment for today. You're going to do every problem on this page we haven't already done. And I want you to fill in the sentence at the bottom. When we get to the bottom and you've done all that, I'm going to give you a Google form. You're going to put all your answers in the Google form, and you are going to write the phrase that's down at the bottom and send me a picture of your work. I need to be able to see your work in the picture. If the picture is so blurry or so far away that I can't see your work, you need to retake it before you submit it. I need to see that you use the substitution method. Email me if you have any questions.